should we vote?
My, what a magnificent castle.
Calling it huge would be an insult. Bet you could spot that thing from the next skydom over.
It's been a fixture of this city since time immemorial. After all these years, I still get emotional when I look at it.
Ready for some action? And mission complete! What's in the market now? Here's an offer you can't refuse. We have a wide selection of sizzles. Good luck out there.
Clearance item. That's right.
I'm all ears. I can make any weapon you want. It's complete. Leave it to me. It's a great success. Let me show you what my masters taught me. Leave it to me. You can expect only the best. Come again. Welcome. Can I take a look? Take care.
Take a look. Pancake vegetables for sale.
Got a second?
Ready for some action? Easier than eating apples. Discount creams. Buy one, get one free. Come on, people love this special look. Look no further. New furniture. Interior design is ours.
For a limited time only, I'm the only place for spending your hard-earned rupees.
Excuse me.
Ready for some action?
I think I
think about this?
We probably should have made an appointment. Oh well, we'll make it work.
I smell a new mission. Oh, it's not gonna open.
Man, this sucks.
Totally. So much freaking work to do.
Say, don't you two work for Zothba?
Who's asking? Ah, snap, it's rolling. Where you been hiding, man? Thanks for always looking out for the boss.
No, quite the opposite. Zothba has always been the one bailing me out. That info on Avia was spot on. But enough about that. It looks like you gentlemen are in a bit of a pickle.
A pickle? Nah, man. We're swamped with work right now. Everyone in the family's fully booked.
So, if you got biz with the boss, could you maybe go chill and come back later?
Huh. I get you're busy, but we're also on the clock here.
So what I'm hearing is, once these errands of yours are cleared out, that'll open up Zothba's schedule. Is that right?
More or less. Not like our mountain of work is gonna get smaller anytime soon, though.
Got it. Captain, what do you say to lending these fine fellows a hand?
I'm in.
Me too. Beat sitting around all day.
There you go. Meet your newest co-workers. And not just any co-workers. These Skyfarers have an impressive resume.
For real? Awesome. Thanks.
We appreciate it. If for starters, you think you could check in with a buddy of ours? He should be at the market.
Haha, let's kick some tail.
So then...
It's locked. No fair. Darn. Dead end. Feels like I'm in a maze. Haha, let's kick some tail. It'll do.
What have you got to lose?
hold on, folks. You'll want to see these products. Trust me.
Yo, I got the word. Ready to roll up your sleeves? Here's the deal. Some bigwig lost something in the city. Something really dangerous. I, can't handle it myself without my legs turning to jelly. Talk with an Alliance rep. I, left the details with them.
Huh? You're looking for something dangerous? Oh, you must mean that. Yeah. I know a few folks that might be able to help you out. I'll write down what they look like. Go see what they have to say.
If you're looking for quality bargains, then you've come to the right place.
You're looking for something a magnet lost.
That could only be one thing. Yep, no doubt about it. If it's what I think it is, you'll find it in an alley.
Why can't you just tell us what it is? Oh, whatever. Let's move on to the next person. Take a look. Fresh veggies for sale. Pumpkins as big as your head.
Yes.
Zothva's people have you looking for a dangerous thing? Ah, okay. Yeah, I guess you could call it dangerous. Try looking in places with shade, but be careful. Never know what might jump out at you.
Wait, so the thing is alive? Ugh, this is making my beard bristle.
You'll be wondering, why haven't I found this already? Let's see. Oh, nice!
Skies above skies, the heavens have anointed me as their beacon. Raise your eyes to the blue. That which you seek may come from above.
Raise your eyes to the blue? What are you talking about?
Look in the shade. Above our heads. Down an alley? Is that what they're telling us?
Maybe. Guess it's time to start crawling the back streets of Seed Hollow. Buy one, get one free. Come on, people, don't miss it.
Judging from your gear, are you perhaps Skyfarers? Welcome. This is Rafal's Seed Hollow branch.
Skyfarers, we need your aid. Goblins in Tempeel.
We were at the dock in Folka, taking care of landing procedures, when a panicked old merchant rushed toward us. In between his wheezing, he explained that a shipment of relief supplies headed for Tempeel had been intercepted by monsters. Tempeel reminded me of Id and how he had totally beat our butts. It was embarrassing, yeah, but what's worse, it reminded me of losing Lyria.
Tempeel, huh? Maybe this time around I can actually help out.
That wasn't Vern's usual peppy tone. He was probably reliving those bad memories, just like me. I guess after you've spent as much time together as we have, you pretty much share a brain. It wasn't going to be a fun journey to Tempeel for either of us. But we were Skyfarers, and desperate times called for brave faces. Anyway, goblins. Smart. Fast. That meant we wouldn't have the luxury of time. We needed to throw together the minimum amount of supplies needed for the journey and head out. I turned to Vern so we could discuss game plans, but then I saw his ears were droopy.
If we're fighting goblins, then we should have them licked by lunch.
Something was wrong, but with the hasty flight preparations, I couldn't spare the few minutes to investigate. Pull through it, Vern, I thought. We need you.
Call it a side effect of being a helmsman, but my ears tend to laser in on any talk of airships. Then again, damn near anybody could have heard this guy shouting.
No! No! You can't do this! She's still skyworthy! She can still fly!
The distraught man was making a scene outside. 3 seemingly unfazed onlookers surrounded him. Between all the belly aching, I pieced together the man's story. He was an engineer, was upset that an airship called the Nautilus was set to be decommissioned. His 3 friends, meanwhile, were telling him to see reason that an old ship like that would be more useful as scrap. Reminded me of the Port Breeze days, back when my own dreams seemed like unscalable walls. The 3 onlookers were a young helmsman, a young mechanic, and an older merchant. They presented a unified front against the engineer, countering each of his arguments threefold whenever he opened his mouth to protest. As much as I wanted to help the guy, the trio were speaking the truth. Repairing the damn thing would cost buckets of rupees, and you can't fix an airship on gumption alone. Trust me, I've tried. Them's the breaks, kid.
I turned to leave. None of my business, right? But dumb old me, I had to pause as my ears caught what he said next.
We made a pact, didn't we? Don't you remember? The Nautilus. You promised that we would take her to the skies.
He could barely hold it together. You could hear it in his voice, the desperation as he clung to a quickly fading dream. It was a feeling all too familiar to me.
When Tempeal was hit by a devastating storm, refugees flocked to the safe haven of Fulka. We heard the news and docked on the island, which was buzzing with activity. It was clear. All hands were needed on deck as reconstruction efforts got underway. So we walked through the city, looking out for opportunities to help. That's when we saw a distressed young draft. We didn't know the details, but it was plain as day that something wasn't right. He was stumbling around, eyes unfocused, and staring into space. I couldn't shake the feeling that we shouldn't leave him on his own, so we ended up trailing him. We came to the edge of a cliff. Though the morning sun shone on our faces, a frigid wind blew down our backs. The draft just stood at the edge, staring at something only he could see. "Hey, careful there! With a wind whipping around like this, you might lose your footing!" The draft whirled around, taken off guard. After a while, he looked away, shrugging.
Thanks for your concern.
You look like you've got something on your mind. If you want a friendly ear, you've got him here.
I guess I do.
He smiled, though the expression didn't reach his eyes. The draft introduced himself as Karzeda. Back in Tempeal, he was a jeweler's apprentice.
My childhood friend was caught up in that storm. I was in love with her. Could never get up the courage to tell her. And now it's too late.
Karzeda bit down on his lip, as if he was trying to hold back his despair. He went on, telling us that he'd hit a slump in his apprenticeship. Nothing he did could gain his master's approval. His frustration boiled over, and he got into a rip-roaring fight with his friend. Hurt, she fled from the workshop. He didn't go after her.
I wish I had, because that's the day the storm came.
Karzeda's face twisted in agony. He made a mistake, and it ended up costing him someone dear. I could understand all too well.
A little less than an hour later, it was time to depart. But Vern was nowhere to be found.
Hurry, Skyfarers! We can't waste another second!
The later we got there, the more supplies would be stolen or destroyed. This could add up to weeks or even months of delay in Tempeal's restoration. Vern, I hope you're okay, bud. was worried out of my mind. But a captain's gotta do what a captain's gotta do. I left a message for Vern with the merchant, and we set out.
Goblins? I can't even fight stinking goblins! What good am I? Just a scaredy lizard who brings everybody down. Man. If only I was more like my pal, swinging swords and shooting spells. Then I'd finally be able to help out. Maybe I could have stopped Avia from taking Lyria. Maybe I could have done something. How do you live the skyfaring life without combat skills? Heck, I can't even blow sparks, much less fire. What kind of dragon can't breathe fire? Huh, I tell everybody I'm a cool dragon, but I'm just a faker.
You are unworthy.
You were right, Ed. I'm not worthy. Not worthy of being in the crew. Not worthy of being the captain's best bud.
Oh, finally, here you are. I was looking everywhere for you.
Uh-huh. What did this old dude want with me?
Your captain left you a message. The crew's gone on ahead, but as an indispensable member of the Grand Cipher, they want you with them as soon as possible. And that's an order.
Indispensable? That meant like VIP, right? Me? For a second there, I was about to blow it off. Like, yeah, right, my bud's just saying that. But then I remembered, this crew had always kept it real. No lies, no flattery. Yeah, we kicked butt because we believed in one another. These guys were my best friends. And maybe we weren't perfect. I mean, we lost to Id, but my bud put his captain boots on and got right back up and tried again. It was never about swords or magic. It was about always moving forward, never giving up. And more than anything, it was about being there for each other. What was I worrying about? Who cares if I couldn't fight? There are 1,000,002 ways to help on an adventure. I mean, you try questing without a cook or a healer.
Hello? Merchant of Vern, do you read me? If you're done daydreaming now, I've got a ship ready to go.
It was time to get a move on, or I wasn't worth my scales. Sorry, everybody. Pal Vern is on his way.
Okay, people. It's go time!
The supply should be this way. Let's move.
Uh-oh. Our potion stock's running low. We'll be okay against a few goblins, right?
Hopefully. Just don't overdo it. Sure hope Vern's okay.
He was really down, wasn't he? Poor Vern.
Get out of our way! We're in a hurry here!
A bloom for any season.
It's over!
Damn, they're back for more. Right when we were about to cross the finish line.
I see people! Over there, by the supply! We have to go help them!
Folks doing okay?
Skyfarers! We're doing better now. We need these supplies to repair Tech Field. Please, could you protect them? We're on it. Take cover, okay? Just...
I think that was the last of them.
Thank you. You've saved Tempeal's future.
Heads up, goblin reinforcements. Just don't quit.
Did you miss me? Took me forever to catch up.
Vern, was that an explosive? When did you get bombs?
Here come more of those stinking gobbles. Can you take them?
Sure can.
A bloom for any season. Bold
Penguins managed to steal any more of the supplies, then the relief effort's good as done. No kidding. They've already hauled half our grain to higher ground.
Higher ground? Sounds like a job for a cool dragon.
That's a great idea, Vern. Put your wings to use.
Are you sure you can manage? What if the goblins spot you?
Eat the cake. I'll be back in 30 seconds or your money back.
You want more?
Looking good.
I found some of the stolen supplies. They're safe and sound. Here's the second bunch. Here, I brought potion. Everyone feeling better?
Thanks, Vern. You're a lifesaver.
Those goblins are getting nasty. Don't fall for their tricks.
Yup, looking good.
Shall we? We can't rest yet.
Agreed. Let's move.
Welcome to my garden.
Looking good.
Grandblue.
Just right. Take him out. Looking good.
The enemy have started their retreat. I think the worst has passed.
Thanks to you Skyfarers, Tempel's finally gonna be rebuilt. We owe you everything. Vern was the real MVP.
Aw, shucks. I bet you say that to all your lifelong pals.
Good work. Now let's get back out there. After we'd secured the supplies, Vern talked about how he didn't think he was good enough for the crew. Obviously, he was the only one that felt that way. I'd always appreciated his support. During fights, he was a supply runner, lookout, and cheerleader. And both on and off the battlefield, he was my courage. But even the best people, and dragons, get discouraged sometimes. I really should have been more vocal about my appreciation. I made sure he knows now. We won the day because he came flying to the rescue. Just like I knew he would.
I'll always be there for you, pal.
He was back to his old self, basking in the praise of the crew. Which caused his ego to swell like a balloon, but hey, who doesn't need a little confidence boost after a dip? And Vern, let me just say it now. I value you, and all the hard work you do. From the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Hello. Well then, so long.